Another viewpoint of Mr. Majeed Memon joining us here on the broadcast. Mr. Memon, is only the Shiv Sena and the NCP responsible for the state of Maharashtra, the state of affairs? We're looking at the highest number of cases being reported across the country. The Congress party has nothing to do with the government at all?
See, I think at the very inception that this COVID problem cannot be just made a political issue, because this is a national issue, this is a human issue, this is the issue of survival of every individual irrespective of which side he or she is. Therefore, between BJP and Congress, or between Congress and Shiv Sena and this and that, I don't think this is relevant, number one. Number two, let me also tell you that if Maharashtra is showing high numbers, Mumbai is showing high numbers, the reason is not the failure of the administration. Please remember this. The reason is the situation which is faced by Maharashtra and Mumbai. You know, this particular state or this particular city is so congested and so unplanned and unorganized, because, you see, there is a lot of people pouring into the city of Mumbai and state of Maharashtra. And you can imagine, how are you going to physically have tests of every individual? It is not possible. And therefore, whatever the administration is doing, far from assisting the people in power today because of the gravity of situation, Fadnavis, who is an outgoing chief minister, is from day one criticizing without government on politics. Today again, you know, there is some kind of toppling of the government is going on, which is a habit of BJP for the last 6 years. Rahul Gandhi's statement, I would say that, you see, lockdown overall throughout the country has unfortunately not brought the desired results, because the numbers are still growing. But we all will have to think together, whether we are in opposition or we are in ruling party. We have to all think together, because we have to fight this as a national problem, as a problem of each one of us. Why do we divide between one side and the other side?
You know, Mr. Memon, I'm glad you made that point. And let me tell you, I think you're referring to Rahul Gandhi's statement earlier today. Let me tell you, Rahul Gandhi, about 15 to 20 minutes back, gave a separate statement to ANI, and it was reported on ANI. And let me tell you, we just played out the soundbite. Let me quote Rahul Gandhi to you, and that is why it's important that you answer this question. He says, "We are only supporting the Maharashtra government. We are not the decision maker here. We are decision makers in Punjab, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, and in Puducherry. Running the government, supporting the government are two different things." Now, I want your response to the political statement that Rahul Gandhi has made, not about COVID. And trust us, we all, back the administration's efforts to fight COVID-19. No one's blaming the administration. I'm only asking you about the political point that Rahul Gandhi has made.
Now let us deal with this particular part of his statement politically. I must tell you that I think the best man to answer to Rahul Gandhi would be Sharad Pawarji. And in fact, he has been with media for the last 24 hours, because since he met the governor yesterday, he is very much in the news. I disagree with Rahul Gandhi to the extent that he says that we are not ruling. Congress is equally responsible by virtue of being a partner in ruling dispensation. You see, Maha-Aghadi, it cannot be said that because the chief minister is Shiva Sena, therefore we cannot be part of the government. That's wrong statement politically. With respect, I disagree with Rahul Gandhi. I would say that Congress, NCP and Sena are all three hand in hand. We are all together working in amity. There are no differences. There is no any kind of a feud among these three parties. And therefore, Maharashtra government has absolutely no fear of being, falling prey to the toppling game of BJP, which is going on. In any case, Congress, Shiva Sena and NCP are three parts of the current government, and they are all equally responsible for credits or discredit, whatever it be.
I'm very happy that you said that, because this is exactly what we have also been saying, that as it's a party, it's a government run by three political parties, and equally everyone will have to be responsible. And I also agree with you that it's a national issue. Now, Rahul Gandhi goes on to say, Mr. Memon, and I want to quote Rahul Gandhi to you. Rahul Gandhi says in the concluding part of the statement on responsibility, he says, "Maharashtra struggling due to coronavirus, because of the connectivity. Now we couldn't understand that statement. What do you think he means, or rather he meant, when he said Maharashtra is struggling due to COVID-19 because of its connectivity?
No, let me first make it very clear. I don't agree with whether Rahul Gandhi or anybody else or BJP or anyone in this country saying that Maharashtra has failed to fight COVID. This is a wrong statement. Maharashtra has spared no efforts to see to it that we keep it contained. We also see that the numbers are minimum. And for that purpose, everything that could have humanly been done, that could have been politically been done, that could have been financially been done, has been done in Maharashtra. Unfortunately, Maharashtra is not a BJP-ruled state, and center is under BJP power. And therefore, it appears, there is a fear that certain non-BJP states are not being treated on par by the center. I'm asking a simple question through you to the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister, that why did he not take all states into confidence before drawing the plan to fight this COVID, before imposition of first lockdown? Why did he not do that? It's a federal democracy. It's not a dictatorship or a monarchy. The Prime Minister ought to have understand that there are a number of states which are not ruled by his party, and therefore he has no control over those CMs. It would have been better before imposition of first lockdown if the Honorable Prime Minister had convened a meeting of all opposition leaders, would have convened a meeting with all the chief ministers, the state health ministers, the state labor ministers, and discussed with them before starting the lockdown one, which he did not do. What is the answer for this? I'm asking all my BJP friends.
Mr. Memon?
Please, Mr. Modi will himself please answer this.
Mr. Memon, just correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm only quoting by what has been reported and what we know and is in public domain. Is it right or wrong that the Prime Minister held a meeting with all chief ministers around the time when lockdown 1 was imposed? Isn't it right or wrong that all chief secretaries, all DGPs were in constant touch with the central government? Is it right or wrong that all stakeholders, and if I'm not wrong, he even spoke to all opposition leaders, including Sonia Gandhi?
It is partly right and partly wrong. Right because, yes, the meetings were held. But when were they held? They were not held before the first decision was taken. They were held much after the first lockdown. That is the problem. See, before the first lockdown, if the Prime Minister had the wisdom to find out as to how many crore migrant laborers are scattered throughout the country from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and if that statistics would have seen, and then immediate arrangements should have been made for their transport even before on the first day of the first lockdown, I think there wouldn't have been so many deaths by suffocation, by crushing by the train, by all the kind of hunger and everything. We have made a very poor show nationally. And for that, the main fault is with the central government.
Yeah.
They did not do proper planning.
Okay, Mr. Memon, appreciate you speaking to Republic TV, and I think it's very important that you set the record straight on what Rahul Gandhi has said. Thank you for speaking to us. We'll take this forward, and we look forward to hearing from you in the course of the day as well. Taking a